Hi, I'm Debbie.
And I'm Kyle.
We own Maki Electric Heating and Air Conditioning in Auburn, and we'd like to show you a little bit of our downtown. Okay, so Jackie, as you know, the reason Maki is doing a commercial in this video about Auburn is, first of all, I love Auburn. My roots are here. And secondly, because the downtown area is my favorite part of Auburn. Part of the thing I love about this area is the history, and that it still maintains shops. A lot of older parts of towns after time turn into a ghost town. But I love the fact that we still have viable, great businesses right here in our downtown.
All of these businesses are locally owned, and they're mostly Auburn people or Auburn area people, and they're small business, which is important.
Agreed, and that's one of the things we're going to talk about today as we walk, about each individual store, a little bit about what they offer, and the fact that it's mom and pop shops.
Hi, my name is Jennifer, and this is Jared. We are the new owners of the Monkey Cat restaurant. We have owned it since November 1st, 2019. We have been in Auburn most of our lives, and we have 2 children here in Auburn. During the next shutdown, we do plan on doing takeout, offering takeout to all of our customers. We were never known as a takeout restaurant before the first shutdown, and my husband and I, with one of our chefs and our manager, worked together every day just in the beginning to not lose food and throw it away. Luckily, during the pandemic, we have been able to offer cocktails to go and wine to go. On Wednesdays, we offer 25% off all bottles of wine. During these hard times, a lot of these local businesses that are family run and owned, we watch a lot of them shut down, which is very unfortunate. So during this holiday season, we plan on shopping local.
And I know the towns like this, you run into these owners at the grocery store, at events, and you can just talk to them, and that's invaluable. So let's take a look. Here's Wildflower, one of my favorites.
Wildflower is an amazing store. It's great for gifts, cards. There's not a lot of card places anymore.
Not at all.
They have all the greeting cards and gifts to go along with it.
Another one that we were talking about earlier that I got my ears pierced at 51 years ago, Roper's Jewelers across the street. Jackie, how long has Roper's been there?
Probably close to 70.
That's what I was thinking.
But this year they do have new ownership. Peggy and Lisa just purchased Roper's. Between the 2 of them, I believe they have a combined 35 years at that store working. So they were the perfect people to take over and keep the legacy going.
Absolutely. So if you need jewelry, Roper's is the place in Auburn and all of the Gold Country, honestly. And recently Dancing Dog moved up downtown here, which I love.
They have everything that you could think of Auburn, whether it's a coaster and sticker or a t-shirt and a tote bag.
Cups, all kinds of stuff, Auburn. Everything Auburn, Dancing Dog. Little Bird Mercantile is new.
They are one of our newest
to downtown. And this location is near and dear to my heart. This location was Reeves Drug, which was my family's drugstore. It was purchased by my uncle back in the 40s. He retired in the 70s and sold it to Charlie Fink. Little Bird Mercantile is now in it, and that's a cute store too.
They are. They have fantastic antiques and refurbished stuff. They also have space for other vendors to come in and show their wares.
We have Lee's Photography.
I want to say that they did my family photos.
Oh, it's been a long time. So this might be a new store.
Martin Maddox came a year or 2 ago.
Okay.
Most of his stuff, I believe, is organic and locally sourced.
It looks like it, yeah.
He really has a huge following.
Of course, the Footpath, super great shoe store.
I come every year for a new pair of Birkenstocks.
Ditto. And then the Auburn Running Company. Been here a few years now. Great store. My brother-in-law's a runner, and he's here all the time. Sky Boutique, great clothing store, women's clothing store, and I believe they're moving to Maryland.
They are.
Auburn needs more women's clothing stores, if I don't say so myself.
And Daisy Grace is actually a new, or Daisy Gray is a new store.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they just came within the last couple months. And she is an Auburn local. She's young, she's got a great taste and a fresh look on women's clothing. Us Marketplace is actually, she opened right when COVID hit and then had to shut down. They just reopened a couple months ago. They kind of reestablished themselves So they have local products from several different artisan boutiques.
Yeah.
And then in the back, she sells her handmade jewelry.
Yeah, it looks like everyone has their own little booth to sell stuff in.
I was in there last night.
I'll be going there as well. So, you know, if everyone that watches this comes to downtown and buys one item from one store, it would make a huge difference.
And Frank Ordaz, who is one of our famous locals, worked on Star Wars. You want to be part of our Auburn commercial?
Yeah. We're talking about downtown business
Yes.
and how important it is.
We want to bring it back. We want it going back to at least as close to normal as possible.
Correct.
And we got to shop local and keep our money local.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, there's always this idea of going down the hill, but frankly, there's so many shops here that offer real specialized, unique gifts. I mean, why buy something that everybody else can buy? Come to
Right.
Auburn, and there's so many artisans and people who've got clothing shops with unique clothes, and the people who have, especially right next door, the artisan, they have very unique tableware and candles and flowers and.
Frank's art is actually on the wall on the chamber.
Oh, okay. I
So
didn't.
the sugar plum fairies.
Yeah.
That was Frank.
Oh, well, nice to meet you, Frank.
Oh, thank you.
So, and then one of my favorite, which isn't a business, but they just have some great history, is the Union Bank. So if you've never been in there and you live in Auburn, you got to go in and see the items they have from past. Like,
a whole museum.
oh, it's awesome.
This is a new store too, the Refillery.
Oh, again, I did not know.
Yes. So this is to try and eliminate waste. So you bring in a bottle and you can get like your shampoos, soaps, and they'll fill your bottle and they sell it by the weight.
So I did not know about that. I'm glad you came with me today. Great news about Mickey's Boots building, and I
Old
guess
Nancy Record.
yes, old Nancy's Records, and I'll tell you where Nancy's Records was back in the 70s in a moment. So Mickey's Boots, which we won't be calling that anymore because it's now Poor Choice. So
they're putting in a fantastic wine bar.
I know, and I love what they do. I love the excitement they bring to Old Town with their different things they advertise that are going on at night, open mic night or karaoke, and they do some great stuff. So
They do runs once a week.
yeah,
Where you go run around 6 miles or so.
they're going to be a great addition to downtown.
They are.
So the Bee Gal, what do you know about the Bee Gal?
She has everything you could think of that comes from bees. So she has honey, honeycombs, candles.
Hi, I'm Jody Barnes. I'm owner of the Bee Gal shop. I've been here 2.5 years here on Lincoln Way. I have a honey bar. You can come try the honey from 3 different honey farms. I have pure soy bee farms and I have Chico honey. I have lots of local artists that supply my store as well as myself. So shop local. Thank you.
Swan's Jewelers, everyone. Forever here?
Yeah. They have a huge following out of like the Bay Area. People come up
Yes.
from the Bay Area just to go here
Yes.
and then shop locally while they're here. They're an asset to have because
They bring in business, correct. Utopia Tattoo, been here for a few years now.
piercings, tattoos.
Piercings, tattoos, jewelry, all kinds of stuff. Then we have a Royal Thai restaurant. It's always a good spot. So Nancy's Records in the 70s was right here.
Oh, really?
It was a classic place to go because you stepped down and here was all the records and there was posters and Nancy used to sit out here. Tahoe Club, man. Have you ever been in there?
I have not.
Well, I hadn't either. It's a men's club, as you know. But I had Kyle's 50th birthday party there
Oh, really?
last year, and it was super fun.
I hear good times are had.
It definitely is unique.
I
So
hear there is a elevator chair that takes you up the staircase.
there is.
After some partying, it could make it.
We made use of it.
Yeah.
And there's a cute little clothing store down here on the corner. Riju.
Boutique Brotique. They have everything you could find for a man or a woman. Different stuff that you wouldn't find in other stores. It's definitely worth checking out.
So Auburn Bodega is where we're heading, and here's Tap and Vine. So Tap and Vine, if you haven't been there, you got to go there for a beer and their Brussels sprouts. I mean, if nothing else, you got it. And if you haven't come up to Auburn, I don't care where you live, you gotta come up here. It's one of the few older towns that still has a viable downtown, and we want to keep it that way. So Cherry Records,
Cherry Records.
love it.
He's been open since I think 82.
Yeah, you used to be over there.
He used to work in my parents' printing company.
Oh, great
They
place.
have every CD you could ever want. The aid station, the Trails and Ales,
Yeah.
is moving over here.
Oh, good to know.
So,
Okay.
The aid station, which has running shoes and anything you could need for running, but also serves beer.
Beer. I was next to them at the Halloween trick or treat at ARD, and they were fun. And a bookstore here. This has been here quite a while too. Any kind of book you would ever imagine, you can find in there. You don't need to shop on Amazon. It's right here. Promise.
And some of the books that are in this store were printed in this location.
Is that right? Really? For Auburn Letter House, actually? Well, that's great history too. Again, I just want to point out Auburn Bodega. They're almost like a little grocery store, but they have a lunch counter.
You do really good salad.
Super. They have Falafel Friday, which I love. All right, Uptown Signs. This is a place that does a lot of things in Auburn. Actually, it's helped Maki out many times. Any signage, anytime, Uptown Signs. And A-Town Bikes. This is a great store. All kinds of bikes, electric bikes, you name it. Kids' bikes. We'll go in and meet her.
Hi, my name is Christy J, and my husband and I own A-Town Bikes in Auburn. We are in the Central Square. This year it's really important to shop local, to support all the local businesses. Thank you very much, everybody, for all your support.
So we need to keep it alive here. We need to keep everybody busy. We need to keep these shops open.
We do. We have to do everything we can to keep these shops open. Not only for Auburn, but for our kids. Like we said, the sponsorships. And we need to keep this town thriving like it's done for a couple hundred years.
That's right. And as I said, I'm 5th generation here. I have grandkids and I want them to stay here. Hopefully have a business here.
Right.
That's the hope. So thanks. How's that? Thank you for your support, and thank you for shopping local and making it Maki.
Put the night above